Hey everyone, I'm Liz, and today I'm going to show you how I made one of these Yoshi-inspired crochet eggs. So the things that you're going to need for this tutorial are going to be a crochet hook. I'm using a size E, a pair of scissors to cut off your ends, a needle to sew off your ends, and I'm using a safety pin to mark my stitches, but you can also use this piece of scrap yarn. You're also going to need some white yarn to make the shells of the eggs, and you can use any color to make the spots. You can use any like the ones that I've used here, but I'm going to be using red yarn to make mine. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to make a bigger size spot. So I'm going to make a magic circle. And for this, I'm going to use a double magic circle so that it seals more completely. So I have my yarn looped around my fingers twice. I'm going to take that yarn in my other hand. So as you can see, I've got my two loops for my magic circle in my fingers. And now through the middle of those two loops, I'm going to pull up a loop, chain one, and chain one more. And that's going to count as our first stitch. So for the bigger sized spots, I'm going to be using double crochet, and for the smaller size spots, I'm going to be using single crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and double crochet. And now I'm going to do that again at least 7 more times, or at least 6 more times in the circle, because I want to have at least 8 stitches. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 4 more. And now I have 8 stitches of double crochet on my loop. So now I'm going to close this magic circle. First I'm going to pull on the tail a little bit, and now I have one bigger loop and one smaller loop. I'm going to pull the smaller loop closed from the sides closest to the tail, and as I pull that, the bigger loop is going to seal itself. And now once that bigger loop is sealed, I'm just going to pull on that tail to close the magic circle completely. And now to end my circle, all I'm going to do is just slip stitch into that first stitch that I made. Cut my yarn and pull it tight. And now I have my first big spot. I'm going to make 2 more so that I can have 3 big spots and 3 small ones. So as you can see, I've finished with all 3 of my bigger spots, so now I'm going to start making the smaller ones. And to do that, I'm going to do the same thing that I just did to make my magic circle. So loop around twice and take that into my dominant hand and into the middle, pull up a loop and chain 1. Now this time I'm going to be using single crochets instead of double crochets, so I'm going to just continue crocheting now. So there's 1, and I want to have at least 6 stitches. So now I have the first chain I pulled up counts as 1, and there's as the first one, and there's my my second one. So now I'm going to do 4 more single crochets. Okay, now that should be enough, so I'm going to close my loops the same way that I closed the other one. I'm going to pull the tail slightly until I have both a big loop and a small loop. Then I'm going to pull on the smaller loop on the end closest to the tail, and that is going to close up the bigger loop. And once that's closed, I'm going to pull the tail, and the smaller loop will close as well. So now I have my full spot done, and I just have to slip stitch to finish. So into that first chain that I made, slip stitch, and then I'm going to cut off my yarn here, And now I just need to make 2 more of these smaller spots so that I can have 3 big spots and 3 small ones. So here is how big the double crochet spot is compared to the single crochet spot. As you can see, I've finished making all of my spots, so now I'm going to make the egg. And to do that, I'm going to use my white yarn, and first I'm going to make a magic circle. I'm going to do a double magic circle so that it stays secure. So I'm going to loop my fingers, my yarn around my fingers twice. And then I'm going to take my yarn and pull a loop through the middle of the 2 loops that I've already made. And now I'm going to chain 1. And now I'm going to single crochet 5 more times on these loops. Okay, now that I've got my 5 single crochet on the loops and also the chain that I made at the beginning, I'm going to have a total of 6 stitches. So now I'm going to close my magic loop. So I'm going to pull on the tail just a little bit, and now I'll have a small loop and a big loop. I'm going to take my small loop and pull it closed from the side closest to the tail until that bigger loop seals completely. And then I'm just going to pull on this tail until my loop closes completely. And now I have a full circle. And now to make this circle bigger in the next row, I'm going to increase every stitch. So into that first chain that I made, I'm going to insert my hook and pull up a loop and single crochet. And then into the same stitch, I'm going to pull up a loop and single crochet again. And that will be my first increase. And now I'm going to go across this row and increase every stitch. So in the second stitch, I've made 1 single crochet, and now I'm going to go back into the same stitch and single crochet again. So before I continue with my next increase, I'm going to take a safety pin and use it to mark the first stitch of my row so that I can bear in mind where I began. So I'm on my second increase, so I'm going to count back 4 stitches. And this is the first stitch of my row. So I'm just going to mark the first stitch and go around increasing every stitch in this row until I get back to my marked stitch. So I finished my row of increases and I've gotten back to my stitch marker. So my next row I'm going to increase every other stitch. So I'm going to remove my stitch marker, and then I'm going to do my first stitch of this row, which is not an increase, and then I'm going to increase the next stitch. So 1 single crochet in that stitch, and then back into the same stitch and do another single crochet. And before I go any further, I'm going to replace my stitch marker into that first single crochet. So I'm just going to continue and increase every other stitch in this row. So here's 1 not increased, and into the same stitch and add an increase. And I'm going to continue this pattern until I get back to my stitch marker. So I've gotten to the last increase of my row, and I'm just going to remove my stitch marker so that I can begin my next row. Okay, so for my next row I'm going to increase every 3rd stitch, so I'm going to do 2 stitches of non-increase, so that's just 1 and 2 regular single crochets. And before I continue, I'm going to replace my stitch marker in that first single crochet. And now I'm going to increase on the 3rd stitch. So on the 3rd stitch, I'm going to single crochet, and then into the same loop, I'm going to single crochet again. And now I'm going to continue to increase on the 3rd stitch all the way around until I get back to my safety pin. Okay. So I've gotten to the end of this row, and now I'm going to stop increasing. So I'm just going to continue to add more rows until the egg is tall enough. And I'm going to try to do 6 rows of non-increase. So I'm going to keep marking my rows. So I'm going to do my first 2 single crochets, and then I'm going to put my stitch marker back. So now I'm just going to do 6 more rows of non-increase, and I'm going to keep moving my stitch marker up with the row as I go. So I've come to the end of the 6 rows of non-increase, and as you can see, the egg is starting to take shape. So now I'm going to start to decrease to make the top of the egg. So first I'm going to remove my stitch marker, and I'm going to decrease in the opposite pattern as I increased at the top. So since since last time I increased was by 3, now I'm going to decrease on the 3rd stitch. So I'm going to do the first 2, 1, 2, and replace my stitch marker. And now I'm going to decrease. So to do that, I'm going to pull up a loop, and then pull up a loop in the next stitch, and then crochet them together. And I'm going to do that on every 3rd stitch. So 1 and 2 non-decrease. And now on the 3rd stitch and the 4th stitch, pull up a loop and crochet together. I'm going to continue this all the way around until I get back to my stitch marker. So I've gotten to the last decrease of the row, but I'm going to, at this point, stuff the egg with some fiberfill. So I'm going to put the hook aside for a minute and grab some fiberfill. And then I'm just going to stuff the inside of the egg. I'm not going to stuff it all the way just yet. I'm just going to do it part way.